All right, my people. Good evening this evening. Distinguished bouncing baby ladies and gentlemen. Party man and woman, how is you? Beautiful Monday evening in the city of Lagos, the number 6th day of the month of July 2026. Jejely and Wanyoli. Tomorrow, like this, we go chocolate 1 week for inside the month of July. Hope your weekend went as amazing as my own. I mean, this weekend has actually been amazing. Judging from, should I say, the World Cup games that was played over the weekend, the number of 01 bed that was celebrated over the weekend, and I mean, parties back to back, an opportunity to relaxation. Even me myself, I had opportunity to relax on Sunday, especially. I mean, I went from one party to the other. All those people that celebrated parties that didn't invite me, but you saw me there, all the go call God, it be as it go be. Yes, you did not invite me, but I was there and I enjoyed myself. It did not pass like that. This is FameIdols Hangout, and this is where we'll talk about all that's going on in the lives of your favorite celebrities. I mean, to know everything happening in the entertainment space, this is where you are supposed to be. Osita Gentleman, and I'm my name, and I've got Joy in the building. Joy, good evening this evening.
Yes, so good evening, Osita. Thank you so much. How you day? Hope so your weekend go well. And all my amazing, beautiful, and handsome viewers, how are you doing? Yes, so we are back again. Today is Fame Idols, and I hope you're looking forward to our story today. Yes, so because we have been looking forward to come here to tell you so much about what has been happening inside Obodo Entertainment. You know why I call it Obodo Entertainment? Ask me in the comment section, and I'll tell you that. Well, as it is, today we're here again, yes, with all the juicy gist inside the entertainment industry. And one thing is for sure, we missed you, yes, and we are looking forward to come and tell you things that were happening. You know what you can do for me? Please follow us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Fame Idols has started, yes. Talk to us in the comment section. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think about what is happening with your favorite celebrities. And you know what? If you have beautiful talent, yes, that wonderful talent you want to showcase to the world, please follow us on www.fameidols.com. Yes, you can never tell who is watching you, who will call you, and where you will get something to put inside your pocket. You know what I mean? The art of love, I did tell you this one. Well, let us go on, Osita. I beg our fans want to hear what is happening.
A sneak peek of what to expect on today's program, because as always, we give you the headlines before diving into the show proper. Now, Tunde Perry don't come outside and he's screaming at the top of his lungs, saying Peller is in police detention and he's been there since on Friday. No worry, we go yarn on at the format as the show they progress, they go front. Bob-Manuel Odoku, popular Nigerian actor, I mean, I can call him a veteran Nigerian actor, is also in the news today. Sunny Alli is in the news. Yes, the Nigerian actor Sunny Alli is also in the news. The ex-husband of Yvonne Jegede is in the news. And Temi Otedola don't come outside, confirm something where people have been the suspects for the longest of time. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and if you must eat something, this is the best opportunity to go and grab that thing that you want to eat. We'll be here from now till sometime around 9. What will this by mind come out from inside the studio? Now, before we dive right into the show proper, before we enter into every tool, say one yarn owner, it go bad. It go bad, seriously. It go bad if we go fit not give this particular update to one drop like this. Yes, it go bad if we not give this particular update to one drop like this. And this particular one. Now, something will be say a lot of people have been guessing for a very long time. A lot of people have been trying to find out exactly what's true and what's not. So let's let you know. Now, this is a perfect opportunity for you to make cool cash, yes, to make sweet money with your talent. What am I talking about? Fame Idols Got Talent season 2. It is back, it is bigger, and it is better. I mean, the season 1 was amazing. It was all over the place, and people were able to utilize their talent, not just making money for themselves, but also gaining a publicity, yes, gaining the right exposure, gaining attention of millions of audience all over the world. Now, the season 2 is back, it is bigger, and it is better. This time around, you're able to use your talent with the right utilization. See, make I talk and hope say we go take you to understand that. The way what we say you go say arrange your talent, use am well, and chocolate 1 million naira. Yes, for more updates, for more information, for more informate, reach out to us on top of our site. Just get signed up on our site and follow up, and you'll be able to know exactly how well to go about it. www.fameidols.com is the site. www.fameidols.com is the site. You can just get right there and know exactly everything you need to know about the FameIdols Got Talent season 2. That being said, I believe we get right into the story proper, the story for today. Now, Nigerian content creator and influencer Tunde Perry has actually raised alarm over the alleged continuous detention of Peller by the police. Now, Tunde spoke amidst concern about Peller's disappearance on social media. He revealed that Peller was arrested on Friday while returning home from a shooting location in Lekki area of Lagos. Newspaper bin don report dis particular one say Peller was arrested for driving a tinted car and for not having plate number. Speaking on a TikTok live, Tunde Perry said, according to Tunde Perry, he said Peller has been in police station since Friday. He's still there till now. That is why he has not been online. The incident happened in Lekki, but it has now been transferred to Ikeja. Newspaper bin don report say Peller was arrested a few minutes after his encounter with area boys who reportedly demanded 250,000 from him at the shooting location. Also, newspaper bin don confirm that Peller's last social media post was on Friday. So this is actually a series of events lined up back to back. Now, he had an encounter with area boys, and this particular matter has been overemphasized in Lagos State here because it is absurd. Yes, absurd is the word I'm going to use. It is absurd that you'd have to pay a certain amount of money to people for not doing anything just because you want to shoot in any location in Lagos. The moment you bring out a camera, the moment you bring out a tripod, they go surround you. It's very absurd if we're still happening things like this in 2026. I mean, given the amount of exposure that these particular shootings, given the amount of, should I say, prestige, yes, where this shooting, as much as advert, Joy, if you want to shoot an advert video for an E3 or something, the moment you mount tripod, you'd see them, they would surround you. And at this particular point, they even start making demands that are not supposed to be on a normal. Because tell me why you're telling somebody simply because he's a celebrity, he has to pay 250,000, $250,000 just to shoot. And after that one, in con they drive, they go house, and police they come Colombian. So people are raising a lot of questions. A lot of people are actually asking. People want to know if he was arrested because he was driving with tinted glass and without a plate number. That is one. People want to know if he was arrested because he was a celebrity. Some people are now asking, why has Jarvis not said anything? And how would they arrest your man since Friday and this is Monday and you've not given an official statement? Does it mean that Tunde is lying, or does it mean that Jarvis doesn't want to come online about the whole matter? Why is she silent about the whole thing? Joy, knock me leg for teeth.
See, you see this issue with Peller. It is something that, a fan said something. A fan said, it seems as if Peller is being targeted. I don't know, but that's what one of our fans is saying. It seems as if Peller is targeted. I don't know why it should be. Why are they targeting him? Are you getting? Another thing is, if someone drives without a plate number, since Friday, he is in detention. By now, it should be settled. I think Peller should have a lawyer that can look into this. Okay, it is not. He has not committed a crime that will, warrant that he stay so long in detention. No. He has not. He has not. Somebody said there are things we should be looking at in this country, and we're looking at somebody who is doing well for himself. Somebody who is finding a way to do well for himself. Why are we looking at? Why there are people who are doing this on a steady? We have not seen them arrested. We've not heard that they were arrested. So why is he the one arrested? Why? Why did they arrest him? Okay, so these are questions that fan are asking. Another fan is still asking something, which also that said that if this thing is really happening, then what happened? Why did Jarvis not come out to say something about it? Why did she just keep quiet about it? Are you getting? So fans have a lot of questions to ask about this. They have been asking why, what is really happening. Are you getting? Another part of of him being harassed by area boy. You see, Osita, this is something, there was an actress that spoke about this before. She went to a location where she was shooting. Yes, it's her job. She was making it was her job. And she even had to, she had, she and those alaye boys, those area boys, there was a confrontation between her and them. They were demanding, and she told them that you cannot demand, you cannot tell me what I should give you. You cannot do that when I'm shooting you, because you are not the one. You are not the one who called artists to come and act for you. You did not call. You're not the one who is funding my movie. You're not funding anything here. Okay, instead of you to go and find something to do, you're coming here harassing me, harassing my crew members, and you're also demanding that I give you something. This is a problem that we should look into. It's a very big problem. Yes, it's a very big problem. Are we trying to not encourage creativity, or what? What are we trying to do? Because if when Jarvis came out to say that, when this Olodo uprising came up again, Jarvis came out to say that your government did not give us work, and then we provided something to ourselves. Why the Olodo uprising? Are you getting why? Because of, they were mentioning her man's name. Yes, why she was mentioning her man's name. So he was using Peller as a reference. Why are you mentioning her man's name? But just look at what is happening. Instead of you to go around, targeting people, instead of you to go around, there's so many people who are trying to do something for themselves. Why don't you find something to do? Engage yourself in something. You can even start your own, create something for yourself. Okay, this is something I want to see. I don't even blame. That is one of the reasons why, Nollywood are looking into buying some, land, areas of land, so that they can use that place as their, where when you want to shoot a movie, or make content or whatever. When you go there, nobody's going to stress you. Oh, you're making this video here or something like that. And you get it, because this is something that it is wrong. It is wrong. We're not encouraging creativity. We're not encouraging people to, to do something. They will always think about, oh, if I go out, now somebody will harass me. Somebody would, we cannot be talking about security on another level, and then we're talking about security for people who are trying to do something, create something, do something, think about something to do. It is wrong. You cannot even be demanding the money from them for what? One fan even said, even in my area, you want to build a house, they'll come to your house and tell you that you should give them paying them before they building. Are they buying cement for you? Did they buy land for you? Are they even securing your property? No. You have your camera, you're shooting. Did they buy your camera? No. Are they going to pay your crew? No. Are they going to pay your actors and your actresses? No. So what is it? Why are they demanding? Okay. Another fan said something. Please, they want the government to look into this. They want the government to look into this, because this has to stop. This has to stop. Also, that seriously, it has to stop. I don't know, but let's hope that with time we're going to hear more from what is happening with Peller, because I think that Peller should have contacted his lawyer by now, to look into this, because this is not something that you should stay in detention for so long till now. Fans are wondering, oh, what is happening? As we have a lot of questions. Fans have a lot of questions. What is really happening? Why are we hearing it from? Why are we not hearing it from Jarvis? Okay, so why have we not heard from Peller's lawyer? Okay, we have a lot of questions, but for now, we're going to leave the story, okay? And when we know more about this, we'll get back to you, sure, on Film Idols. We know they allow story pass us by. What's it, I beg? No, we'll continue.
Yes, of course. The moment there are more updates on this particular situation, we'll definitely bring it to your faces. Trust us to always break the news shortly before the news break. Yes. Now ask me how would they do them. The moment the news is breaking, you're going to be hearing it here on FameIdols Hangout. So I beg, there are a lot of unanswered questions that really need answers for us to be able to move forward. Is it that Peller is not aware that this is supposed to be a legal matter? I mean, if it's just driving without a plate number and driving tinted glass, is there an official law? Yes, is there an official law stating this is the punishment attached to this particular crime? Because there are a lot of people that said that driving without, I think he's driving without fire extinguisher in your motor. Yes, the person talks say, according to the act, according to the law, you're supposed to pay like 3,500 naira. But if you don't know, you can be exploited even more than that particular amount. So is it that there is a particular law attached to driving without a plate number and tinted glass? What is the law? Is it supposed to be up to 3 days in detention? And what is his legal team doing about it? What is his management doing about it? As more story they come outside, trust us to slam you with the story one by each. That being said, we'll tiptoe enter the very next story for today. Now, Bob-Manuel Odoku is in the news today, and this is one-time host of the Gouda Ultimate Search Show. Yes, if you're not familiar with that particular show, believe me, if you see me, you're supposed to be shaking me with two hands. I'm not your mate. The one-time host of the Gouda Ultimate Search Show, the one-time host of the celebrity edition of the Gouda Ultimate Search Show, and a celebrated Nigerian actor. He's in the news for making some very bold statements. Joy, what didn't come outside? Can't talk again.
Yes, so you all will remember our actor Bob-Manuel Udoku. If you don't know him, that means you be Gen Z be king. Yes, so that's what the thing be. But if you know him, maybe say you follow for waiting then they talk, you know that kind of thing. Well, our own actor, veteran actor, yes, the veteran actor, Bob-Manuel Udoku, has shared his opinion on why Nigerian male actors struggle more financially than their female counterpart. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I think some people, some actors and actresses have spoken about this before, okay, and he has decided to share his own opinion on it, okay. Please, we want to hear from you in the comment section. Do you think this is true? Because he said more about this, and he's saying something about gender. He's now trying to base it on gender, maybe because he's a man, or maybe because he's basing it on gender, or maybe this person is a man. Men earn more, or women earn more, or women earn less, and men earn more, whichever. Want to hear from you. What do you think? Even in general, do you think that women have it easier financially than men, even in earning? We want to hear from you in the comment section. How do you see this? Because our own veteran actor Bob-Manuel has shared his own opinion on this. Now, according to him, actors struggle more financially than actresses because they have more responsibilities than their female counterpart. He claimed that life is generally easier for women than men. Okay, he said this speaking in an interview with Udala. Udoku said that he was angered by Nigerians who were asking what the late actor John Okafor did with his earning. According to him, in his own words, he said, life is generally easier for women than it is for men. It's not that Nollywood doesn't pay, but actors have a lot of bills to settle. It pained me when John Okafor, that is late John Okafor, fell ill before he eventually passed away. While we were trying to raise funds for his treatment, some people on social media kept asking, where is all the money he made from acting? They did not understand the realities of the profession. I did not even know he had married more than one wife then. Can you see? Now, you see, if fans had a lot of things to say about this. A fan said something that you cannot say that women have it easier financially than men, because it is not so. It is not so, because it's telling us that women have it easier, that it is generally women have it easier than men, when it comes to earning. When it comes to earn, it's generally easier for women to earn money than men. That is wrong. One fan said something. See, one fan said something that everybody has their own responsibilities. So you should not use stereotypes. You should not stereotype it into women and men. Another person said, you will say that women have it easier. Do you mean like women having easier in every spheres of life, or what? What do you mean by that? That's what a fan is asking. Another fan said something. Another fan said, Bob-Manuel, have you ever been in a labor room? Have you ever given birth? That is one fan said. Another fan said, do you have mood swings? Do you know what it means that 1 minute you are okay, the next minute you are just totally destabilized? Do you know what it means? Another fan said something. You're talking about women are earning, women have it easier. Okay, do you know that? So a fan said that there are some jobs you will go to, even in Nigeria, you go to apply for a job, because you're a woman, they will not give you the job. They will not give you. They will prefer to give it to men than to give it to women. And a man said, what about some jobs you go to and then they'll prefer to give it to women than to give it to men? It is just life, okay? It is life, because whoever that is employing somebody to work for the person knows that, oh, I want female workers or I want male workers. It does not have to do with gender. It just has to do with maybe what is the role, what role are they applying for? What are what are the expectations in that role? That is just the way I see it. Okay. Another fan is saying that he was saying that fan are asking that what did John Okafor do with his money when they were contributing money for him. See, let me tell you something. There, a fan said something. The fan said that from what we have heard about John Okafor, we heard from his friend actor Tenkobo that he did something with his money. He invested with the money he got. Okay, he invested with his money when he was acting. He did something. Okay, and the family did is not like I said, one of his wives coming out to say that she needs money for this or that, and you can see that we are still on that story sometime last week. Yes, we were on that story last week because fans were asking what did she do with all the money she got from selling their properties. Okay, what did she do with all the money? So you should not come here to tell us that if the John Okafor wasn't doing well, will he be able to have all those properties he had? He will not have those properties. Okay, he won't have the properties. So please let this thing is saying. I think there is a bias in what Bob-Manuel is saying. Also, I beg how you take see, there's a bias in what he's saying. Okay, these are the people are asking that where is all the money he made from acting when they were contributing money from him? Do you know how much they
I'm
asked for the
not. I'm not
treatment?
even going to. I'm not even going to talk
Also,
about where all the money that was. I do not know how people managed to twist this particular conversation towards John Okafor and money that was contributed. See, that is not my own conversation. My conversation is the fact that I think it is wrong. Yes, I'm going to use that word. I think it is very wrong coming out to say women have it easier because at this particular point, I can beat my chest and say, to the best of my knowledge, Bob Manuel has never been a woman. He doesn't have experience. The way and manner in which people are speaking about certain subjects is scary to me. Joy, if I want to talk about being a DJ in Nigeria as compared to being an MC in Nigeria, I believe I can speak extensively on this topic because I was once a DJ. You understand? And now I am
mhm.
currently an MC. So I can tell you from experience, I can tell you what I experienced personally. But this one, when you're coming out to come and say women have it easier, you're just speaking from hearsay. Most times you're speaking from assumptions. You are not sure. You are not speaking what you know. You are speaking see, and the worst part is you cannot adequately make research on this particular topic because it just get as e be. Seriously speaking, coming out to come and say women generally have it easier, do you know the struggles of wanting to apply for a job role or a gig and everybody that is supposed to help you wants to sleep with you? Do you know the struggles? Do you know the struggles of being a target, being sexualized every single day? Do you know the struggle? As in, there is something that happened. There is something that happened. I was in a bus, and when I entered the bus, we were just like four in that particular normal Dafo bus. We're just like four in the bus, and a lady was sitting in front with the remaining three people. They for back. Me, I can't join them to make them fast. So you know how slowly it takes for bus to get filled up in Nigeria, especially in Lagos
Mm.
State. Then they load normal. Small. People they enter one. So that buy sausage roll, chop and finish, drink mineral. We still did that place, then still they load small. But towards the ending, like remain three people for the bus to get filled up. Remain three people for the bus to get filled up. And this particular man came and he wanted to enter the front seat. Joe, would you believe that this man told the lady to shift inside so he would sit by the door?
Hmm.
And this lady was like, I came here on time because I wanted to sit by the door. If you want to enter, I would come down for you to enter inside. I don't want to sit inside, I want to sit by the door. And it resulted into a very heated argument. This man started shouting for her, telling her, why would you sit at the door when a man is here? That don't you know a man is supposed to sit at the door? And to my greatest surprise, or even shock, the driver joined in this particular conversation, telling the woman that you don't have respect, that don't you have a husband at home? That why would you want a man to why you want to come down for a man to enter inside and you will sit at the door? This lady came down from the bus. I would not be
Hey.
surprised that she's the first person to enter that particular bus, but she had to forfeit the entire bus. Came
Mhm.
down. Some men in the bus were even also shouting at her as she was walking away that you don't have respect, you don't get man for. And you're telling me a lady has it easier. There are cases whereby the moment they hear you are a lady, you would be dropped immediately. If it's supposed to be a job, if it's supposed to be a gig, the moment they hear you are a lady, Otilo, do you know the struggle of being a no. See, I've always said it that personally, I feel no one has it easier. It is not a gender-based conversation. You would not say this particular gender has it easier than this particular gender. No. Men don't have it easier, women don't have it easier. It dey touch everybody. It dey touch
Yeah.
everybody. But coming out to say women have it easier is a very funny statement. In fact, I'm not even going to be looking at the conversation of mood swings, that is women having mood swings or anything. I just feel the society has been rigged for men. A lot of men will not be happy with this particular thing I'm saying, but the society has been rigged for men. There are a lot of things that men would do and they would walk away with it wholeheartedly. There are a lot of things that when it is a man, everybody would ignore. But the moment it is a woman, they can't blast away you go collect. For doing those same things, it is something else. So if I do say so myself, women don't have it easier anytime, any day. In any situation, in any industry, it is not easier for the women. It is not. I would always use every opportunity I have to celebrate women because it is not easier for them at all. Joy.
You know what? If I said something, if I said that if the person is not sure, I'm not here to insult anybody, okay? But if I said that if I know your family, if I know your family, I think I will come there and talk to the women in your family and know the way they have been treating you, know the way you and them are relating. But no, I'm not going into insulting anybody's family, okay? No, I'm not doing that. We're not here to insult anybody. But it's just that what I want to say is everybody is struggling in their own way, okay? And if you are not a woman, you cannot understand what it means to be a woman. Okay, you cannot understand what it means to be a man or understand what it means to be a woman if you are that person. Okay, so just be your own. One fan said, if you think it's easier for women, please join us. You are invited. Join us. Now your body go tell you. Now you self go run. Nobody. Hey, somebody said, is that why we have this uprising of cross dressing and whatever? He said, so people who are doing this cross dressing, it is just the cross dressing. Okay, they cannot decide to go and change. Most of them refuse to change everything, but their body parts to become women. Most of them refuse to. The ones that have done it, if they tell you the story, you will start wondering. You will start wondering, what was I even enjoying? What did I see in all these things? Well, we don't want to go so far into all this, but please, we want to hear from you in the comment section. How do you see this thing then that our veteran actor Bob-Manuel said? Are you in agreement with it or not? Do you think women have it easier, in profession, in their family, in career? Do you think they have it easy than men, or men have it easier? Please, we want to hear from you. Also, that beg, no, we continue.
Yes, of course. So that being said, we would really want to hear from you. I will use that one time Rapa give that particular story and enter the very next story. Now, before talking about what the actor, movie producer, and director said, that is Sunny Alli, I'd like to ask Joy, are there things, because I beg your pardon, there's a couple of things that personally I do not agree with. I mean, in Nollywood, there's a particular stereotype. There are a couple of stereotypes in Nollywood that I do not agree with. So, Joy, are there things in Nollywood that you've seen over the years and you do not agree with them completely?
Of course, there are things in Nollywood I don't agree. Mean in the industry or in the production of the movie, in the industry as a
I mean,
whole.
the storyline that they use in Nollywood, there are certain things that they do that I do not agree with. And these things are becoming rampant because it was first introduced in Nollywood.
Of course, now there are some things. You want me to start talking about those things? There are some things I don't agree with, which is normal. Everybody knows agree with everything, every storyline. Some people will say, oh no, that one is fake. Some people will say, oh, there was a time that Nancy Isimen, there was a role she acted where she got naked, in one movie she had. I don't want to start going into it, or mentioning the name of the movie, but fans were asking, is that real? Is it not real? And people were like, no, it's not. Even I think Nancy later addressed that scene. She later addressed it that it is not real. It wasn't really. It is not real. What we saw there was not real. But Most people refuse to listen. They refuse. They were like, no, 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 no. We know what we saw, that kind of thing. But you did not see everything. I watched the movie. I did not see everything. They made us feel. They let us know that she was undressing. There was a movie she acted. They made us know that she was undressing, but they did not show every part of her. There was some part of her that was shown, but not everything. And you get it. There was a part of her that was shown, okay, but not everything. So there's some move storylines I don't agree with. Some that always recurring storylines, the same thing you're saying over and over and over and over and over. It's not supposed to be so. Okay, it's not supposed to be so. So also that I don't know. Let's continue.
Personally, the one I do not agree with personally is, you see this idea. Yes, I'd call it an idea. You see this idea of royal guards, palace guards. I'm from the east because they mostly do it in Igbo movies, especially movies that they want to portray an Igbo king. I'm from the east and I've not seen palace guards anywhere. I'm not sure it is part of the Igbo culture. See, the very first time I watched a movie about these royal guards and royal maidens and everything, I actually go my king village. They find palace guard. I no see. So then now they call them Ashwebi boys because you would see them wearing uniform, carrying cutlass and a shield, standing all around the palace in the name of, where did that culture actually come out from? Because I am sure it is not an Igbo culture. No, I'm sure it's not an Igbo culture. I'm not sure I've ever heard of a time whereby you would see Igbo king having guards and maidens all over the palace. I never see them. And secondly, it was in Nollywood that brought about the idea of people relocating to Lagos, especially Lagos. You see somebody that is suffering in the village, he doesn't have food to eat, he doesn't have anything to drink, he is suffering wearing the same clothes, no future ambition, and the next thing he pack one small Ghana must go. Small Ghana must go. He packs a small Ghana must go, tell his mother, I'm going to the city, I'm going to Lagos. 6 months later, he's coming back with Lexus 350.
Oh.
Spraying money all over the village. You say?
No, I can hear you. I'm just imagining how that would be.
But it dey happen. You go see them 6 months later, they drive, they come back, they spray money for village, they greet people, or make a naya, or make na 1,000. He's already stinking lyric. And I feel that's the idea that actually promoted the congested nature of Lagos, because a lot of people watched movies like that and they just assumed that that's the way it is, and they started living everywhere they had to come to Lagos so that they will make their own millions in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Another very absurd idea that was promoted by Nollywood is, the moment you hear the name Ekaite, it must be a house girl.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you hear actor, it must be a gate man.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you hear anything, it must be a houseboy.
Mm-hmm.
And these people not they ever get sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're not they ever get sense. In fact, they had this way of bringing down the Akwa Ibom people.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hear an Akwa Ibom name, once you hear an Akwa Ibom accent in Nollywood, just have it at the front of your mind that it's either a gate man, a one house girl like that doesn't really know what she's doing, or so just a comic character that would be, you know what I'm trying. So these are ideas, these are stereotypes that I'm not comfortable with, and it has been trending in Nollywood for the longest of time. Now, veteran Nigerian music producer and director Sunny Alli has actually declared Nollywood witchcraft and money ritual storylines as unrealistic. He stated this particular in his recent interview discussing his beliefs. The veteran actor, who stated that he doesn't believe in witchcraft and money ritual, revealed that such storylines can never be found in his scripts. According to Sunny Alli, he questioned if any of them have actually attended witchcraft meeting before to know their costumes, accessories, or if the spirit that brings money to ritualists has a printing machine or partner with CBN. That now maybe they get their own printing machine for Coven, or they don't reach contract with CBN. While declaring such storylines are very unrealistic, he said, "I love making realistic movies. There are certain things that I can never write in my films." Yeah, there are certain things I can never write in my films. Things like witches having meetings. How? Okay, things like witches having meetings. How? Who has ever been to their meetings before or know where they meet? What did they look like? Or something like, if someone is sick and was taken to the cleric for prayers, while praying for the person, something came out of him and the sickness disappeared. I don't believe in money rituals because they said it is a spirit that is supplying the money. And I asked if the spirit has its own printing machine, or is it spirit bringing the money from the central bank or from Bureau de Change. I love making realistic movies. Now, people are asking, or people are telling, not actually asking, people are telling, should I say, this particular man, Sunny Alli, people are telling him that you don't have to believe it for it to be true. I do not know if this person is trying to say, based on logistics, say, it is happening. If he's trying to back up that particular claim, or this particular person is trying to say, I don't really know, but you can't tell Sonny say, the fact say you believe him, no me saying that. But true, where the money they come from? Where the money they come? The first director will come outside, they can't talk about the way they gather for coven. You go see them. I see one coven like that where they get AC, get plastic chair wey dem dey use down for the coven. How dem take know all these things? The person shey im go witches meeting to know these things? Abi, I no know, Joy.
You know what, Osita? This is something that somebody said something that in producing a movie, sometimes it is not just everything that happens that is in that movie. Okay, some people add things, they add some storylines to their movie. Why? Because just to please their audience, just for the storytelling. For storytelling, that is why they add some of those things to their movie. It doesn't mean that that is just the way it is in reality. That is why they always tell people to be able to differentiate between this is real and not real. Okay, you see some people, because of then Patient Ozokwo, she's always acting maybe wicked stepmother in her movie, and then everybody assume that, oh, she's a wicked person. Okay, it is people that are close to her that knows the kind of person she is. Okay, you see people, Nai Sacrifice, Kanayo always acting, those cast where he's always acting like someone who, in society, or in a cult where they will give them money because you made a sacrifice of this or that, and is the kind of person always portraying that character of he can do anything for the money, he can sacrifice anybody, family, whatever. Okay, so people assume that that is just the way it is with Kana. Oh, that is it is nice sacrifice, but it is just the movie. Okay, it's just the movie. Every time, sometimes when I want to watch a movie, at the beginning of the movie, you will see where something is written before you start watching the movie. They'll write disclaimer. Okay, that disclaimer is to let you know that, especially if you're watching maybe a real life story, they can tell you that not everybody, it is not real names that were used in this movie. Some scenes were added, some scene in the movie were added for storyline purpose, just for the story purpose. Okay, and maybe they did not hurt any animal in the movie. No dog, no cat were they did not hurt any animal while producing the movie. I think it's just for the movie, just for the storyline. Okay, it is now left for people that are watching to know that, oh, this is a movie. It is not true. Not everything here is true. Okay, but Nollywood has always been doing this. Giving us that storyline back to back, and people are beginning to believe this. Okay, that's just the way it is. You come to Lagos 6 months, you've made your money, you're gone. You go out of Lagos. It's not supposed to be so. I think Nollywood. There was a time that Nollywood will always tell you. Nollywood will always tell you, Nollywood will always tell you, we always do real life stories. Okay, things that happen around. Or we want to let you know real life stories, things that happen. Okay, things that are really happening around you. Okay, and people could relate. But now you will see some things that people cannot relate to it. People cannot relate to what the story is talking about. They start assuming this was really happening, that kind of thing. But there was a time that Nollywood will tell you things that you can relate to. Are you getting? So I just think that maybe there should be an improvement on that part. Okay, there should be an improvement on that part. And also that I want to talk about, we have some of our fans, they are making comments. Sorry for digressing, but maybe we should just talk about, our fans. They are making some comment on Peller. Peller, that is our first story. Peller in detention, in police detention. A fan, Paulina said, Peller in this protecting his name and number plate. Okay, Peller is protecting his name and number plate to avoid kidnapping, which government can't control, jealousy for his growth, and they can't grow with their education. How many they catch? Okay, I think this person is trying to tell us that Peller is protecting his plate number, okay, which the government cannot control, okay, and maybe some people are jealous of Peller. Are you getting? So, and I said something about there are people who are doing this, and not all of them are in police detention. Why is Peller still there? Okay, people are asking questions. Okay, another for the Colonna is still saying that jealousy, monitoring spirits to bring him down. Why take his phone to do this? To check or steal with his money? Okay, I think this one is that what the loss of him. He said they work hard, but a small Olodo boy make it. Jealousy, diabolical or influence way to bring Peller down. God's grace made it, but they failed with being diabolical or creepy. Okay, so I think this is the same thing about fans as teacher. Okay, and still saying why is he still there? Why are they keeping him in detention? For why are they keeping him there? For what? What is it? Okay, people are asking why is he being targeted? Okay, he's making his money, he's doing something. He's not. I also that what we're talking about, Peller. I said something that as long as you are not stealing, you're not stealing. You're not doing something wrong. You are creating content. You're thinking. You do think it's even easy to create content. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. You need to think about something. Okay, you need to think about putting it together. Okay, so there are a lot of things that fans want to know about what is happening there. Okay, so also that you were saying something about this story on Also, can you hear me?
I just feel now just the way it is. Now just the way it is. Not get much episode we won't talk for this one again. Truthfully speaking, Nollywood has to do better. There are a lot of things that has okay, gradually becoming a norm in Nollywood, and then they just have to find a way to strike a balance. They just have to find a way to make things better, because if you check out well, Joy, you'd see there are a lot of things that are not going on. There are a lot of stereotypes that have been created strictly by Nollywood. There are a lot of things that, I mean, it not just work. More put it like that. It not just work. So basically, he has his points, yes, and that is just him. If he wants to continue making movies, if he wants to continue doing movies, if he wants to continue doing things, he has the kind of movies he will always do, and the kind he's never going to do. That being said, we'll go tiptoe enter the next story. Yvonne Jegede is in the news. Joy.
Yes, so actor Kunle Fawole, who is better known as
Joy, are you there?
um,
All right, I beg your pardon. I apologize for that breaking transmission. But then, this particular one, if you check out well, who are we? Who are we particularly talking about now? We're talking about Kunle Fawole. Yes, the ex. Now, ex. Now we will call her for this particular theory. The ex-husband, and I don't know. A lot of people are saying it seems that he's not over that particular marriage. Abels has actually opened up about his marriage to his colleague Yvonne Jegede. The couple got married in 2017 but parted ways in 2019 after their marriage broke down amidst allegations made by the actress while appearing as a guest on Tunde Perry's show. Yes, his podcast. Abel spoke about his relationship with the coffee actress, and according to him, he no longer loves Yvonne, but still respects her because she is the mother of their son. He added, he added that he would risk his life to protect her if she were ever in danger and ensure that she was safe. During the interview, the actor also opened up about his love life, revealing that he was in a relationship after his marriage ended, but it eventually failed. He admitted he was responsible for the breakup and said he channeled his energy into going to the gym afterward. Recall that Yvonne Jegede previously claimed during an appearance on the Honest Bunch podcast that she contributed more financially to their marriage than her husband. Now, different people don't they talk about this particular one. Different people don't they get different opinion about this particular one. Somebody said, I don't even know why she settled for him in the first place. See him feeling like the gift. Regret is that you are talking, you won't have to kill her. Okay, you don't have to kill for her because she won't be in trouble. Keep it going. Yeah, he pointed out to say he can actually kill for Yvonne Jegede. Another person say, wait, say it be like saying I regret. Now regret just they talk through that he's actually speaking from a point of regret, that there will be nothing that she would do that would get her into trouble warranting somebody to be killed. Shei Bona also commented, can you please step in and contribute financially towards raising your son? Don't wait for her to be in trouble. Yes, that's what this particular person is pointing out, that the bone of contention from the very beginning is the fact that you were not contributing financially. You were not stepping up into your responsibility of taking care of your family. Now you're looking for who to buy. I be who to kill because of one person or the other. Say no. That is not the conversation. That's not what we should actually be talking about. That you should step into the responsibility that is yours. I mean, take care of your children and leave killing for somebody or dying for somebody. No. Say you're not supposed to reach like that. But then some people are saying that that particular statement is suspicious. Some people have the opinion that why should an ex another relationship? What if she is in and he himself another relationship? Now why should an ex-husband should come out and be saying in the public that he can actually kill for his ex-wife? People they talk say the story no clear. There are certain things that are not straightforward. In fact, the story no clear. You're coming out to come and say that you can kill for her. On what ground? People are saying that there are different kind of love. I was reading a comment, and this particular person was saying that there are different kind of love. But the fact that emotional love, yes, the fact that romantic love loaded the picture again, doesn't mean that there is no agape love, that there is no platonic love, that you can actually not be emotionally attached to somebody, might actually not be in an emotional relationship with somebody, but you will still love that person. Another person can they reply that particular comment, trying to let this particular person know that you are speaking in the buhalabu. Say the story where you said the talk. In not clear. Yes, this particular person was saying, if you want to be truthful, that there is no way you're coming out to say you do not love somebody romantically, especially somebody you've actually had history with, and you are coming out to say you can kill for this person, but there is nothing going on. Person come outside, they tell Fawole A-Bounce, say make him talk in mind, that there is something in his mind that he wants to say. He should come out clean, straightforward, and say it. There is no need cutting through corners. So a lot of people are actually questioning A-Bounce for this particular statement that he made. A lot of people are telling him that there is more that he's not saying at this particular point. And they would want to hear that there is a lot of things that he's leaving unsaid. That please, he should come out and say it exactly the way it is. But then people are also pointing out the fact that it seems that Yvonne Jegede herself has not said anything about this particular statement. She has not said anything, in fact, towards that particular direction. She's just living her life, taking care of her pikin. So we wish her all the very best. And A-Bounce, until you come out directly and say something, we also wish you all the very best. That being said, we go leave both of them tiptoe, enter the very next story that happens to be the last but not the least story. Now, if you're in Nigeria, see, it has been trending for a while. It has been going on back to back for a while. It has been all over the internet space. I'm talking about the conversation of nepo babies and lapo babies. If you're from our side, you'd be known as a lapo baby. That one means say you're not really guide. Yes, things are not really smooth for you. But if you're from that side, you'd be known as a nepo baby. That one means say you guide. You whole side. Everywhere takes time. It's good for you. Now, Nigerian actress and media personality Temi Otedola has actually sparked a conversation online after openly acknowledging the privileges that comes with being born into one of Nigeria's most influential families. Speaking on an episode on How Far podcast, which she co-hosts with her husband, Mr. Easy, Temi addressed the often debated topic of nepotism and privileges. According to Ram, during this particular discussion, she stated that she would never deny being a nepo baby, noting that she finds it surprising when people refuse to acknowledge the advantages that they have received through family connections. Now, according to Temi, there is a difference between growing up privileged and benefiting from nepotism. While privilege may provide access to better opportunities and resources, nepotism involves receiving advantage through family influence and connection. She maintained that being honest about such advantages is important rather than pretending they do not exist. And plenty Nigerians are actually guilty of this fact. See, we would understand the fact that there are a lot of people. See, it's a full-blown conversation on its own. There are a lot of people that are privileged. Yes, there are a lot of people that are enjoying certain privileges. While there are a lot of people that they get advantage only their name alone. See, e get some name wey be say you go dey bear either for Lagos or for Nigeria. Once you from this particular place, once you call that particular surname, the moment you associate to yourself with that family, e no get as you wan take be, you go find favor. There is no two ways about it. You would find favor. So this is the point she's talking from. Now, the actress, who is the daughter of billionaire businessman Temi Otedola, said, "You can never catch me on or off camera saying I'm not a nepo baby." Her remark quickly generated reactions across social media, with many praising her honesty and self-awareness. Others argue that acknowledging privilege is an important step in conversation about fairness and opportunities. Temi, known for her role in films such as Citations and work as a fashion influencer and entrepreneur, has often spoken openly about her background while emphasizing the need to make the most of opportunities available to her. Her comments have ignited discussions about privilege, merit, and transparency, with many Nigerians debating whether public figures should be more open about the advantage that contributed to their success. Now, people of the opinion that there is a very high possibility, there is a chance that she is a celebrity today because of the family she finds herself. People are saying that there is every possibility that she is where she is today because of the fact that she is a nepo baby. Some people they talk say plenty nepo babies, they get am clear. What do I mean by getting it clear? I mean, it is a bias. According to some people, it is a bias advantage that just coming from a particular family alone. Do you know the joy? Okay, somebody was telling me that he went to school. Yes, he went to school, and from his third year, before he enter final year, from his third year, his uncles were already asking him, "Where would you like to work?" You know that particular conversation of where do you want to work, what do you want to do? And the moment he mentioned where he would like to work, from his final year, he has not actually gone to NYSC yet. The plans has already been made. They've already made phone calls to particular people. I mean, at that particular point where some people are going for interviews, some people are going for strenuous interview process. I mean, there are interviews whereby you do a couple of exams, you do tests, you do medicals, you do a lot of things just to get into that particular position. And there are people sincerely struggling for that positions, while there are people that phone calls are making the position being reserved for them. The moment they finish, their papa go just call one person, we know one person, we know one person, and straight up, they are going to get that position without stressing themselves. So if I do say so myself, there is a lot that is supposed to be said. There is a lot that is supposed to be said. The conversation of nepo baby and lapo baby is not the conversation of today, not be sort wey be say it starts now. So based on logistics, I personally feel that according to fans, their major happiness is the fact that she's able to acknowledge the fact that she's a nepo baby. There are a lot of celebrities ignore the fact that they are nepo babies. A lot of celebrities ignore the fact that they have it at an advantage. They just want to be living in Delulu. Joy, are you there?
I can hear you, Osita. See, Osita, this thing about Temi and coming out to say that she's, proud of who she is and all that, it is fans were even applauding her. Fans said there's nothing wrong in being who you are. This is you. Okay? This is you. You are from a privileged family. What is the need of hiding it? Okay? Why are you hiding that you're from a privileged family? Okay, there's nothing wrong in you coming from a privileged family. There are so many people that want to be in your shoes. Yes. There's so many people that want to be in your shoes. There's so many people that want it the way you have it. Okay, and it happens. People were saying that it's because of maybe where she is from. Some people were saying, oh, it's because of her father. That is why she's able to go into some places that normally ordinary citizens will not be able to go into that places. It is just life. That is life. One person say, if e easy, make sure say your generation sef fit open doors wey some people no fit open. Hey, na wetin one fan said. Another fan said something. Another fan said, please let her be, let her breathe. If e easy for you, abeg, wetin your family get? See, let me tell you something. I'm not here to start shading anybody, okay? But wherever you're from, okay, whatever you're doing, just be proud of who you are. That is just it. Be proud of who you are and keep trying to become better. That's just, we cannot start going deeper into all this now. What many of our fans are saying, but that is just the way I'm going to leave it. Be proud of who you are and keep becoming better. That's just the way it is. Also, I beg, we will continue.
Privileges and advantages would always exist on different levels, just as some people are having it easier, exactly where you would like to have it easier. There's still, even in that lapo baby wey be say e get people wey be say dem dey for wey be lapo babies, wey be say they get their own privileges and advantages, only say no be on the higher echelon. Yes, for example, do you know the joy that comes with when you get to an event where precisely and you're for people where they share food? Do you know the advantage? Do you know the privilege? John, your final word. No, this bang bang come out from inside studio.
Yes, so I hope you all enjoyed our story from Peller, whom we are still waiting for more update from what happened to him. And Bob, I don't totally agree with what they said, but please, I want to hear from you. Are you okay with what they said about women having it easier? Sunny has said his own on Nollywood movies. Yvonne Jegede's ex-husband. Well, we are not asking him to kill anybody, so please just calm down, okay? Temi has also come out to let us know about the privileges he enjoys. Well, that is, if it is true, you accept and you agree on all what they have said. Please let us hear from you in the comment section. Osita, please let us continue.
For the man and woman, this will be joining the courtings on today's program. Hope you actually enjoyed every bit of stories we carry. Can give you special shout out to our very own Paulina for leaving her comments. Please do well to leave us comments. We would always want to hear from you. Now, www.FameIdols.com is our official site for you to get signed up to become a full-time family member. I mean, if you want to be a full-time family member, get information as it is hot and have the opportunity to participate in our FameIdols Got Talent Season 2. To run for 1 million, please get signed up on the site www.fameidols.com and make sure you're following us across every social media platform. As update they come, we dey drop them as they hot. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X at Fame Idols with Tranda Gidigba. May for not loss, may for not bring quarrel. Till on Wednesday, you'll bring you another tinted experience episode and a sweetness of this particular program. Osita Gentleman, I be my name. Together with
Joy, your baby girl. Good night.